This is starting off terribly. I got the wrong music. Give me 1 minute to actually find the right music. Yeah, just give me a second. I'll just use this music. I'll just keep on with this music. Never mind. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Hurricane Watch Team is here with your latest update on the tropics. Today, we at 10 a.m. Central Time, tropical depression just got designated off the coast of Mexico. Apologize about me messing up on my words there. Yeah, the start of the stream was a little bit rough, but we're getting back into it. Was designated on a new tropical depression 11E there with winds of 35 miles an hour, 1,007 millibars. We predict this could become a Category 1 hurricane. There you go. You can see with winds of about 85 miles per hour. You can see there where we could see, a tropical storm here in about 12 hours or so. This storm is gaining lots of organization, a lot more better organized than we were seeing yesterday. And that is why the National Hurricane Center has designated this as Invest 11 or Tropical Depression 11E. There we go. So it's going to go through really intensify really quickly. 45, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85. We think it's going to peak at around 85 miles an hour. That is our what we think this is going to peak at right here, as you can see right there. It's going to move along the coast, as you can see. I'm going to actually zoom in into some areas that could be seeing not only minor, but also we could be seeing some areas that could see some significant effects from a Tropical Depression 11E, soon to be a tropical storm. So let me actually zoom in to obviously the east coast part of Mexico, the west coast of Mexico, I should say. There again, this is the western coast of Mexico, right through here. Could be seeing some, well, they'll be on the wet side, so they will also see heavy rain, probably some gusty winds for sure. But then you have these islands right here, as you can see, right in this region. That is where they could be seeing, in fact, some significant effects from Tropical Depression 11E. So that is what we're seeing. We're actually seeing a lot of more activity, because that's where they could see possibly, depending, they could be seeing up to tropical storm force winds, and they could be seeing also a lot of heavy rain in that region. So they're also going to be seeing some problems in that part right there too. So if you have anyone in this part of the Pacific Ocean, please, those people need to watch as the system is expected. They could see tropical storm force winds. Tropical storm conditions are likely, and they could even see it could be ugly. So we will be doing a special update on the system at 4 p.m. Because that is when the next update will be on this system. We will let you know exactly what the update will be at 4 p.m. Central Time. So yes. We also have this Invest. It is currently unnamed. 25 miles per hour, 1,007 millibars. 1,011 millibars. As you can see, center circulation is right here. One of the models is actually showing this to become a lot stronger, but we do think this could certainly have impacts. Definitely, we do think some minor impacts there. We do think there will be minor impacts to the Lesser Antilles. I don't know exactly what those islands are. Let me give out what those islands are right now. Just give me a minute. I don't know my islands very well. That's not good. All right. Some islands that we think that could be affected by St. Martin, Antigua and Barbuda, Guadalupe, Dominica, St. Lucia, and also Barbados will also be impacted by this unnamed storm. We do think it could have impacts, not very intense impacts, but if this begins to move farther west and then it takes a track closer this direction, the impacts could be significant or even severe, depending on how much rain could fall, depending on the winds. And again, with these systems, you also have swells, which can cause rip currents and unfortunately lead to deaths. Yes, if you have a powerful hurricane, the swells and the rip currents can rip you apart, can pull you out to sea in the middle of that hurricane, which is incredibly catastrophic, very, very deadly there. So we are seeing that would happen if this was a dangerous hurricane. Now, rip currents are definitely going to be a threat with this system. Also, some rip currents if this storm does get pretty strong. But for right now, we might see some slow organization. In 12 hours, we think winds will remain around 25 miles an hour. But roughly around 24 hours from now, we do think we're going to start to see some intensification where the winds could increase to 30 miles an hour, 35 miles. We do think this could be could become a tropical depression in 36 to 48 hours. And then as early as 60 hours out from now, and about anywhere from 2 to 3 days, roughly, this could become a tropical storm. We do think this could get a lot stronger in about, now 120 hours out from now is a long ways out from now, so we aren't very sure exactly, and Now this is much farther to the north on much longer way, but we do know this is going to move southward and then northward. We don't know how far. You see, the track goes as far north over here, but as far as south and west in this direction. So these islands could certainly be affected here, but if this makes a turn and just goes like this, the islands will be spared a tropical system. Now again, if the high pressure increases, this system could in fact be pushed down to the south and move this direction and move right over the islands, which they could see anywhere from significant to severe effects, again, including flooding, possibly storm surge. Now, if this becomes a 60 to 70 mile an hour tropical storm, they could see some storm surge. Really is possible if we see that happen. So we actually now have a forecast cone. We now have a forecast cone for this system, which is just off the new one right here. Let me just click open link right there. Yes, open this link. Okay, not that close then. Okay, then what was this? This, okay, wonderful. This one. No, this one. There we go. There it is. So we got this one and this one. All right, wonderful. Alright, let's get back into this. So, this is the forecast cone, as you can see. Here, I actually need to, no, I'll be fine. Here is the center of the storm right here. Again, we do think that it's going to remain an invest for the next up to 48 to 24 hours. But it could, in fact, become a tropical depression up in around 48 hours from now. Again, we could be seeing this to become a tropical storm. Now, what we got to watch out for is right now we think there will be mild threats for the Lesser Antilles right here, because right now it's still very, very disorganized. Right here, we could be seeing mild impacts. But as the storm continues to strengthen, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica could also be seeing, in fact, significant impacts, because this storm is going to intensify as it moves westward, as winds could intensify to 40, 45, 50 miles per hour. And then right now, we're not incredibly sure how far south it goes or how far north it goes. All right, so this is an unnamed storm. Again, 25 mile an hour winds, 1,011 millibars. So flooding is going to be a big threat if this storm develops, and if this even goes in this direction. The storm could well go to the could be out here, which means the only areas it would impact would be probably the Bahamas would get the biggest impacts, and parts of the east, southeast. Now, we don't want to bring the United States into this yet, mainly because we don't know if this is really where this is going to go. But these are currently our forecast on this system. So significant impacts are likely, or possible, with the Bahamas, most of the Caribbean, including parts of, including Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico, and parts of the Bahamas. So we got to be very, very have a close eye on what this storm is going to do, and watch what its intensity is going to be also. Oh, okay, we got a mistake fixed. Okay, I didn't mean to say that out loud. I thought something looked odd there. Okay, here we go. This is the real one. Okay. Okay. Okay, perfect. So, again, we're saying an invest in the next 48 hours. This is going to remain an area of investigation by the National Hurricane Center. By our standards, we think this is going to remain an area of investigation within the next 48 hours. We think by around 60 hours or out, this could become a tropical depression as the storm begins to get away from the dry air and begins to organize a little bit better. And we do think that this storm could become in fact, possibly a tropical storm. In 3 days, it has a chance of becoming a tropical storm. But by, again, 120 hours out from now is a very long time from now. And we don't have a lot. 120 hours is a lot, so a lot can happen, a lot can change in terms of what our current forecast track says for this system right now. There's a lot that can change right now, and we just don't exactly know what specifically will happen. Is it going to go to the north? Is it going to stay north? Or is it going to come down farther to the south and impact more of the land? So Bahamas, the western part of the Bahamas are in a mild impacts. Most of the Bahamas are in fact, significant impacts. parts of Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico are again insignificant, and in mild impacts are the rest of the Caribbean, except for Trinidad and Tobago, which I believe is also still part of the Caribbean, which is just right down here. So that's what we're looking at right now with this system. The GFS ensemble mean models, this is what we're showing right here. Models, some of the storms coming out here. Most of the storms actually moving out to sea. Now, again, this is really going to depend on how high the high pressure is. If the high pressure is incredibly high and we have a subtropical range of high pressure, it's going to keep this well to the south and to the west. And that is what that is a possibility according to the computer models, what we could see with this system. Now, if the high pressure, the subtropical range of high pressure is weak, and again, that has a chance of the storm just moving out to sea, which would be, again, the best scenario where it doesn't affect anyone. But unfortunately, we don't think that's going to happen. Lots of high pressure right now. We do think this is going to be closer to land, unfortunately. Okay. So I just wanted to. This is the update of Tropical Depression 11. Again, winds about 35 miles an hour, 1,007 millibars, 9 miles per hour. This is the latest forecast track from the National Hurricane Center. It is expected to become a tropical storm. And in fact, actually become a hurricane. Here, let me show you what we are looking at. So again, they are in fact saying this is going to reach 70 knots. Now, 70 knots is about 80 miles per hour. So this is the forecast track for this system. So we do think this is going to become 80. The National Hurricane Center says 80 miles an hour. Here at the Hurricane Watch, and we think this could become an 85 mile per hour hurricane there in the East Pacific. Now, here's what we got here. This is the storm right here. Maybe. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. It's a little bit slow, but here we go. There's a lot of convection in this system right here. There's a lot of convection. When we start to see a lot of convection, we know that this storm has a chance of really developing and getting its act together. And again, you see this right here. If we start to get a band of rain this way, and this starts spinning and intensifying to a tropical storm, this band could move north and actually produce a lot of heavy rain along the coast of Mexico. So I'm actually watching this band right here developing, and that is something, unfortunately, that could develop and become a huge rainmaker for parts of the east coast of Mexico. So these are just the rain bands. This begins to move up northward. And actually, see, it is moving up a little bit north here, a little bit. That is why we have a area of mild conditions and mild threats from the storm, because we get these rain bands developing. That's what I was worried about. Those move to the north, produce a lot of heavy rain and flash flooding, and definitely in parts of the west coast of Mexico. What I'm really worried about. So I actually, before we go to Weather US, I actually want to go and show you the absolute latest on a windy of that system in the East Pacific. Let's see, rain, thunder. What am I looking at here? Satellite. So again, that's that rain band I was talking about here. Let me just zoom in a little bit more. If we just go and look at the past 2 hours, actually I'm gonna put this on infrared. So the cloud tops aren't incredibly high, but again, there is this band right here that is developing, and it is kind of moving to the north. Now we do have a huge convective burst right over here, right out of the shot, just about. So we are getting this band right here. If this does move north, we do have some rain happening over here in parts of Mexico. So again, this band, if it does start to move north, that could be something we need to watch out for. Go straight back to visible and do just doing the past 6 hours. So as you can see, there's that rain band right there that we are watching very closely and very carefully could produce a threat to Mexico. And that's something I'm worried about because these storms can often bring heavy rain to the west coast of Mexico. So that's something we're watching out for and being very, very watchful in terms of the in terms of how much the storm intensifies, the intensification of this storm. All right, weather.us. Let's actually go. Let's zoom out. And I want to talk about that storm there in the West Pac. I mean, the East Pacific, I should say. But hour 7. We also want to be talking about flooding because flooding is certainly a threat. So as you can see, it does seem pretty broad, not incredibly powerful. If we go straight to 48 hours out, a little stronger. We go to about 60 hours out, 70 hours out. So this isn't really the storm that we're really worried about. If I go all the way up to 180 hours out, you should never do this. That's the storm we're watching out for, an 84-mile-an-hour hurricane. Very, very serious here. I meant to actually look at the flooding because the flooding is something I have a huge concern about. So I'm going to look at the flooding right now in terms of rain accumulation because rain is a huge problem. In just the next, let's see what they're showing the next 10 days. Oh yeah, you can see this does move along and away from the coast. Just the ECMWF. You can see it almost looks like it stalls right here, which, you know, heavy, intense rain. And then obviously here along the coastline, you could see, you know, 3 to 6 inches of rain for sure. No thanks. I'll actually see if I can see radar. Wow, and it's like right here off the coast. That sucks. Okay. Wow, that's not going to work, is it? So, this is the band of rain that's going to be moving north of Acapulco. And this city mainly is going to be affected, I think. Okay. Regardless, flooding is going to be the biggest threat with this system now. This system, the biggest threat is going to be flooding with this system. I'm mainly worried about that storm. There it is. This is a storm that we are looking at. No, this is not a Dorian. So people in the Bahamas, don't worry about a Dorian happening. Yeah. Now this is, again, 180 hours out is a long time from now, and it can be very unpredictable. So we don't usually make predictions 180 hours out. But given that it's something that we need to watch out for, I will definitely be giving my best, most accurate predictions with this system. So I'm going to actually move in this direction over here, and I'm going to talk about the development of this system. I am just zoomed in way too much. So there it is down here. I'm going to go straight to hour 10. I wish I could just put this into motion. Hour 20. Hour 30. You can see it down here. Probably move south a little bit. This system here, yeah, this system and another system, there you go, right behind it. So going straight into 40 hours. Now this is just the wind speed. Okay, this system you can kind of, well, there was a system here, and then this system back here. We go straight out to 50 hours. $60 hours out. 70 hours out. $80 hours out. So there you go. You can kind of see 35-mile-an-hour winds. 90 hours out. 100 hours out. So you can kind of see it really takes some time. But really, once it really gets going in the Caribbean, I think is when we're going to see it have its biggest chances of developing. There's 120. Here's 130. Let's try 130 again. There's 130. Zoom in right here. Oh yeah, 130. Here's 140. 50 mile an hour winds. Here's 150. 52. Here's 160. So you can kind of see it's continuing to make its way to the north. Here's 170 hours out. North just a tad bit. 65. So again, 65 mile an hour winds will certainly do some damage. And then again, here is 180 miles. 180 hours out, I should say. If I can go back a little bit, you can certainly see this did have the chance of possibly reaching hurricane force. So the storm is significantly, definitely have to worry about that. Now, I also want to talk about the flooding. The flooding is going to be a problem. If this storm does make its way towards the Caribbean and towards the Bahamas, flooding is certainly going to be a problem. So let me look at precipitation and accumulated total precipitation in inches. Yeah, look at that. 12 inches right through here. So we're talking 12 inches. If we zoom into this area, most of these areas, mainly if you're in the west part or the east part of the Bahamas, is where you're going to see most of the rain happening. Right through this area. Right on this line or edge, right where they have some of the heaviest rain. So, now this is going to shift east to west. The storm isn't set in stone. There's not even a forecast track issued by the National Hurricane Center. The storm hasn't even released anything intense. So right now, we just got to monitor this very, very closely. So that is something we're going to have to monitor very, very closely because this storm, we're talking a 60 or 70 mile an hour tropical storm. We could be seeing 6 to 10 inches of rain. It's really bad. So I'm going to move through the rest of the Atlantic. Kind of show you just an idea of what we would be looking at here. Okay, so zoomed in a lot actually. So as you can even see, if I move over to the east a little bit, you can just see it does produce a lot of heavy rain. If you don't know, in the Dominican Republic, they do have high mountains. And so they're going to see a lot of landslides through the northern Dominican Republic. So if that happens, landslides, mudslides, that would definitely cause some deaths for sure. So regardless, the biggest threat right now, we here at the Hurricane Watch Team believe is that flooding. It's going to be the biggest threat with this system. So even moving through the Caribbean, huge amount of rain. There will be gusty winds as it makes its way towards the Bahamas. If this in fact does happen, we're not saying that this will, but if this does in fact happen, flooding will definitely be the biggest threat. Now we will have some storm surge with winds of 60 to 70 miles an hour there in the Bahamas. Depends if it shifts to the east or shifts to the west. This up. So these are the main systems what we really wanted to talk about. We really want to make sure that at 4 p.m. we will be doing a video update on Tropical Depression 11E. So we will be doing a video update on Tropical Depression 11E and talking about it at 4 p.m. Central Time. That is like, I don't know. I completely forgot. That's like, that's 9 o'clock. Yes, that's 9 o'clock ETC. 2100 ETC, I believe. Anyway, we'll be talking about, I think, right? Yeah, okay, I forgot for a second. Anyway, regardless, we'll be doing an update on Tropical Depression 11E in the East Pacific here at 4 p.m. Central Time. Video update, much more in depth about what we'll be seeing. We'll be talking about the satellite and everything. So I do want to move over to the West Pacific and talk about those 3 systems in the West Pacific and what kind of conditions and what we could see those storms in the West Pacific. So please feel free to ask questions. We're also looking for people to be part of the Hurricane Watch team. We actually need help, like really bad. So feel free, if you want to be part of the Hurricane Watch team, please just comment down. Go in the chat and let us know if you want to be part of the Hurricane Watch team. Okay, I'll look at the GFS. I will, but give me a minute. I'm just going over all the storms, and then we'll get into the model. So hold your horses. So again, this is the West Pacific. We got over here. We got Tropical Storm Lupit, Tropical Storm Mirinae, and Tropical Storm Nida, and we have Invest 91W developing there in well to the east of Japan. It's not going to do any effects. Mirinae is going to produce some heavy rain in parts of Japan, and Lupit is moving away. It will also begin to conditions will begin to deteriorate in parts of western Japan. So, if you want to get this little update, we will be talking about the models in the East Pacific and in the North Atlantic, and talking about what we'll be seeing with those systems in the North Atlantic and in the East Pacific, giving y'all the latest update. So, let's get into it now. Yes. I'm going to be going through the run, okay? Starting off the East Pacific. I guess I'll start with the Atlantic, because why not, right? Alright, so this is the Atlantic. I will do the GFS, don't worry, y'all. So this is the GFS. I'm also sorry, my computer's slow, so yeah. So you can kind of see that system intensifying there, not making landfall at 900. That would be a Category 1 hurricane. Bro, what is going on here? 9, relatively strong system there, producing a lot of heavy rain and flooding. So that would be, again, an incredibly pretty powerful storm. Could even be a Category 2, depends on how strong it actually is upon landfall. So, and then again, the GFS has been showing that for a few times now. On the Gulf of Mexico, but that's 300 hours out. We are not about to even make predictions on that anytime soon. Doesn't even exist. Alright, let's see what the European model is showing, y'all. Okay. GFS is certainly interesting. The European model isn't showing that storm just gets completely ripped apart. I mean, GFS was really accurate with Elsa, so like I really wouldn't trust the European model. But again, you can never just ignore an entire model, you know. Where is this 6 UTC? No, it's 12 UTC. Wonderful. Again, now the CMC is showing a storm in the Gulf of Mexico, as you can see. But again, this is 200 hours out, so we are not, again, about to make any kind of forecast on that or anything, because it's just so incredibly far out. There's nothing we can even, you know, it's like not even forecastable. You know, it's like, yeah, we're not even going to try to forecast something 200 hours out whatsoever. Looking through these other models, this is the that's Icon. I'm sorry, this is the Icon. So again, multiple systems. You can see it is try to show it developing there, as it moves through the Bahamas there. So that's still showing the system developing. Something we're going to be watching. We do have multiple models, not only the GFS, but the Icon are also showing that system, this system actually developing into something. So we will continue to bring updates in terms of what this system will do. For the H-Wharf model, if you click on 92L and run it through, it shows it connecting to the middle area of investigation. H-Wharf develops that middle AOI. Okay. We'll do that. Hurricane, H-Wharf, 92L. Okay. Oh, Lord. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Lordy. Let's see what we are going to be talking about here. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, Jesus. Fujiwara effect, I see. Yeah. This is going to be interesting for sure. Let's go to home. Yeah, there's that middle AOI. There's this. Oh, that actually has a 40% chance of development in the next 5 days. As of 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Saturday, August 7th, 2021, a small but well-defined area of low pressure located over the tropical Atlantic, about 1,000 miles west of the Cabo Verde Islands, continues to produce a limited shower activity. Environmental conditions are expected to become a little more favorable for gradual development over the next several days, and the system could become a tropical depression by the middle of next week. The system is forecast to drift toward the west-southwest or the west during the next couple of days, and move a little faster towards the northwest by early next week. Okay, what about you? So at 10%, I think it lowered the chances. I think it was at 0.20. I'm not sure. So that is what we are looking at here. Quite impressive. I do actually want to look at... Not this, not this, not this, not this. Here we go. Yeah, we got quite a lot of activity going on in the North Atlantic right now. But nothing like anything super impressive. I mean, we do have that area of investigation off the coast of Cape Verde, not the coast, the south, but wow, look at that storm. Invest 90. I keep saying invest. My God, what is wrong with me? Tropical depression. I can't speak. Tropical depression 11. Yeah, there we go. Finally said it. So there it is. Tropical depression 11 right there. Very incredible. I think there's a burst near the circulation of that middle AOI. I actually want to look at that. Hold up. Give me 1 minute. I'm trying to do a lot of things at once here. This is the middle, and there's this one, and then this. Oh, I see it right there. Right there. It's really hard to see. I'm going to see if I can, solid imagery, go the West Atlantic. Or no, Central Atlantic, I guess. Right down there. See, is I think what you're talking about. And we do have a convective burst of energy right there, blowing up right there. So, a lot of energy blowing up with this system. So, our next update will be covering Tropical Depression 11E at 4 p.m. Central Time. So, I don't want to keep y'all here for too long. I'm probably going to end off the stream here. And why am I so blurry? Hello, can y'all focus on me? There we go. Wish I had like someone behind there to make sure it was focused at all times. So probably gonna end up there. We got system there in the East Pacific right there. We got the system in the North Atlantic. We got stuff in the West Pacific. It is just going crazy. This has been your latest update on the tropics. I'll be talking to you guys later in like 2 hours. And with all that being said, have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, and I'll talk to you guys later on. Okay, and I got some more stuff from the graphics department, apparently. Oh, yes, very, very good. I need to show this. I just want to show y'all, look how tight that center of circulation is. That is close and tight. That is what we look for. Look at that, y'all. Let me actually see if there's any more stuff going on in the chat. So look at this ALI, look at how tight the center of circulation is right here. Look at that. That is absolutely what we look for in tropical systems. When you have a tight, closed center of circulation, it isn't open to Saharan air blowing in. If it's tight and closed, that is what we look for. And that is why it was designated Tropical Depression 11, because of its tight center of circulation, and it's closed. The center of circulation, the LLC is closed. Therefore, it is going to most likely develop into a tropical storm. Okay, what else do we got here? Oh, we got more. We got more. We got more. We got more. Wait. Tropical weather outlook for the East North Pacific. Let's see. National Hurricane Center is advisory newly Tropical Depression 11E, located a couple hundred miles south-southwest of Manzanillo, Mexico. An area of low pressure is expected to develop a few hundred miles south of the Gulf of Tonopec by early next week. Environmental conditions are forecast to be conducted for development. Thereafter, a tropical depression is likely to form, which it did, by the middle of next week. Okay. Oh, this is the tropical depression outlook. Okay. The CPAC and the WestPAC. Okay. Yeah, this is the system they're talking about right here. Here's that system that we're talking about. Wow, look at that convection, y'all. Okay. Elongated area of low pressure located about 1,150 miles southwest of Honolulu, Hawaii, continues to produce a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions are forecast to remain conducive for some slow development of the system during the next few days as it moves west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. The next 48 hours, 30%, and the next 5 days, 30%. What do we got here in the chat? So really, that is pretty impressive. I haven't seen that before, that's for sure. This system, we definitely gotta have some threats from this system. That's literally, oh wait, no, it's not. No. So we certainly got a lot to talk about today, ladies, and this afternoon into for the rest of the day. So, models, that's right. Oh Lord, there's so much to talk about. No one can shove this much stuff in an hour. It hasn't even been an hour, but that's not the point. Anyway. So there's that system. Look at that. That's actually really far south. Wow, look at that. It actually shows it developing down to 995 millibar storm. So that right there is certainly would be designated as a tropical storm. Wow, that is a 995 millibar tropical storm right there. That is insane. That is impressive. That is incredible. So that is something that probably I've never seen that. I don't remember seeing that. I've never seen anything like that. So that is something insane. So yeah. God, I can't believe I have to do another video update in like 2 hours. So guys, that's probably it gonna be it for today, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your. I gotta eat food. wonderful rest of your, well, not yet. Let me just say one more thing. Pull this up right here. So we will be doing another update at 4 p.m. Central Time at 9 p.m. Eastern, or 9 p.m. UTC, 2100 UTC on Tropical Depression 11E. A very special video. Okay, and we got more stuff coming in. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Icon. So here's the icon model. Actually, it doesn't show anything super impressive. And obviously, we're going to take a look at the ECMWF model. So you can see that does actually develop into something, even a little bit of two disturbances, doing a little bit of a Fujiwara effect there. And then are sort of moving well to the north of Hawaii. What do we got in terms of chat? Fun fact, when Wilma developed, when it was 45 miles an hour, it had a pressure. Oh, I had no idea. That's actually really low for a weak tropical storm. Like, really low. Like, oh my god. Really low. That's insane. So, that's what we got here today. We're going to end it off there. Oh my god, can my mouse work? There we go. Thank you. Actually finish this off. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, guys, and we will talk to you guys at 4 p.m. Central Time, 2100 UTC, and our update on Tropical Depression 11E in the Eastern Pacific off the coast of Mexico. Till then, have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. As always, stay safe. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video, and share the channel. And if you want to become part of the Hurricane Watch Team, email us at hurricanewatchtime@gmail.com. There's other ways you can DM us. You can DM us on Instagram at Hurricane Watch Team, Twitter at Watch Hurricane, and also my Discord is down there in the description. So have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, and we'll talk to you guys at 4 p.m. Central Time. All that being said, peace out.